Hi, I'm Mark from L&M Small Engine. Today we working on it's a Tahoe, Tahoe power washer with a Honda GX200 engine on it. They pull their open, I just don't want to fire. So, more likely it's fuel, but we'll check, make sure it has a good spark, make sure the fuel is clean, and make sure the carburetor is not all clogged up and stuff. So, hope you enjoy the video. Okay, we'll go ahead and take the air filter cover off. Then the air filter. I'm going to check and see if there's any water in the gas first. Sometimes on these Hondas they have that oil alert sensor on them. And that could be low on oil too. But I noticed they got a bolt sticking out of the bottom of the carburetor where the settlement bowl is on the side before the gas goes in the carburetor. I'll show you that when I get it off. With these two nuts here and this bolt here, this is all 10 millimeter. A lot of times on these power washers and snow blowers, they seem to get more water in the gas than anything else. The color of that gas inside the carburetor right there looks kind of dirty right there, so we'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and take the fuel line off, and we'll take the governor linkage off and stuff. But find a pair of needle nose, take that clamp off the fuel line. And more than likely, I'm probably gonna drain the gas anyway. You just never know what could be in that gas. Get a bucket, let the gas drain out. I need to pull this out a little bit to get the linkage off. It just pops up, and we'll just take that governor spring off. This is what I was talking about. I got some kind of rigged in this where this bowl's supposed to be, so you gotta check out that, see what's up with that. While we're doing this, I'm gonna go ahead and check the oil. Gas ain't really run out of that very fast either. There's a screen inside the tank. You can tell there's water in that. There's already water settling down at the bottom of the cup I got down there. I'll go ahead and check the oil here real quick. That gas is barely dripping out of there. Oil's nice and clean. We'll blow out that screen, it comes out fast. And after a while, it slows down. Well, that's all happened. I'm going to go ahead and put a new plug in this too. It has a torch plug in there. We're going to put an NGK in it. I like NGKs on these kind of motors. It's really wet, so the gas wasn't burning very good. And put a NGK BPR 4ES in it. 4 or 5 ESs are good on these Honda motors. Make sure you have the right gap in there. Anywhere between 33 and 35 thousandths is pretty good on these. It's gonna take all day to drain that gas tank. Where that thing is draining. Well, I guess while it's draining, we'll go ahead and take that carburetor apart. Clean that screen out, she starts pouring good again. You can just see the water, a little thing of water will pop out of there every now and then. So I'll get a 10mm wrench and take that bowl off that carburetor. Okay, in the bottom of that, where all that dark stuff is, that's a whole puddle of water right there. Because water is always heavier than gas that sits at the lowest point. So, no wonder why it don't run. But I got a bunch of these carburetors. I'm going to take this cement bowl off and put a new one on there. I don't know why they did that. But that's supposed to like catch the water before, you know, a little bit of water, not as much water as this thing had. That's the whole purpose of that. Oh, geez. Full of rust. Wow. We're definitely going to have to boil that thing out. Definitely going to need a cleaning. Let's go ahead and take that float out of there. I use an ultrasonic carburetor cleaner, but a can of old-fashioned dipping solution like that stuff right there, I use that for 30 plus years. That stuff works just fine. I'm gonna go ahead and take that bowl off here. Maybe it rusted out. That's full of crap too. And there's another screen. There's another screen right here. So there's a screen in the tank. And right here under this, where your idle adjustment is, you take this screw out here and there's a pilot jet. We might as well take that off too. But when you unscrew these, kind of see how far it's sticking out. So when you screw it back together, you kind of get an idea of how far in to put it, and you'll probably have to fine tune it once it's running. What is that Phillips head screw here? Take that out, and I'll get a pair of needles, and that should just pop right on out of there. There's like a little lip under here. Just kind of grab it and just lift up. And there's a hole here and a hole here, and there's one here. Just take your carburetor cleaner and cover one up and spray another one. It should spray out to the top. And that one don't. So I'll have to get a little wire and clean that out. I like to use, like an old flywheel brake cable off a push more. Just cut the end off and unfray these little wires, and they work perfect. Just stick in there and clean it out. And then you can see in that big hole the wires going through there. So it's unclogged, so I'll blow some air through there. In the meantime, I'm going to boil out that carburetor. Yeah, go grab the parts. I'll let that boil out. Well, I say about 20 minutes ought to do it. There we go. Let that boil for a while. I'm gonna put that thing back together again. Make sure it runs for them so they can go wash their car or whatever they want to do. While the carburetor is being boiled out, I'm gonna vacuum out the rest of that gas in that tank. Because on them Hondas, where the screen is, it's like a 1/4 inch above the bottom of the tank. Suck all it out, then we're gonna go ahead and blow it out of there with the air hose, because all that junk in there kept on clogging up the screen in there and everything. So I'm gonna blow out that tank. And make sure you have a rag above it so you don't get nothing in your eyes and stuff. That way you'll know you have nice clean gas going in there. That should do the trick. So all we're waiting on now is the carburetor. Okay, this got out of the boiler and it looks 100% better than it did. 100% better. I'm gonna check this rubber on the needle here, and it looks like it's in good shape, so we're not going to replace that. I think I know what happened on that sediment bowl. They probably over tightened that place. That's for like a 10mm wrench. They probably over tightened it and broke that off, I'm guessing. Okay, now we're going to put that pilot jet back in there. Pop it in there, then this set screw for the idle. Basically holds it down. I kind of remembered how far it stuck out the other side, but once it gets running, we can always adjust it. And put our choke lever back on. Now we can go and install it back on the motor here. Okay. And when I boiled out with that ultrasonic cleaner, there's that main jet in the center. It always cleans it out, makes sure you blow through that with carburetor cleaning and see it in through here. That venturi that sticks up. Make sure your carburetor cleaner goes through that. If not, you can take that jet out of there, or like I said, just use these wires and just the same good job. So I hooked the spring up. And we'll hook up that fuel line. We know the tank's nice and clean now and everything. We gotta turn both of these, the on and off. Fuel shut off in the choke, so it slides in. There's that vent tube right here. We gotta make sure that goes in there. Get that bolt started and get our two nuts started here. Go ahead and tighten them up. It's just plastic. You don't want to crank on it too terribly much. And put that rubber gasket on there for the air filter. Set it on there. I'm gonna throw a brand new air filter on there. I know gas is expensive nowadays, but putting water in there is not going to help matters any. All right. Well, there you go. I got it all back together again. I'm not going to start it up because I never bought the wand for the pump, and I'm not going to buy them a new pump, but I guarantee it's going to run. Got nice clean gas. Carburetor's all nice and ready to go. So anyways, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm glad you watched. And if you like my videos, please subscribe and push the like button. But anyways, have a good afternoon. Bye.